Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are in the world. It is a nighttime devotion. Sabbath was wonderful. It finished about an hour and a half ago, and we are live in London. It's my nighttime devotion. We're reading from Lift Him Up, and the title today is Conformity to the Will of God. The scripture reading is taken from Proverbs 11 verse 16. A gracious woman retaineth honour. You may never be called to do a work which will bring you before the public. But all the work we do that is necessary to be done, be it washing dishes, setting tables, waiting upon the sick, cooking, washing, is of moral importance, and until you can cheerfully and happily take up these duties, you are not fitted for the greater and higher duties. The humble tasks before us are to be taken up by someone, and those who do them should feel that they are doing a necessary and honourable work, and that in their mission, humble though it may be, they are doing the work of God just as surely as was Gabriel when sent to the prophets. All are working in their order in their respective spheres. A woman in her home, doing the simple duties of life that must be done, can and should exhibit faithfulness, obedience, and love as sincere as angels in their sphere. Conformity to the will of God makes any work honourable that must be done. We're not in heaven, but upon earth. When we are in heaven, then we shall be qualified to do the lofty and elevating work of heaven. It is here in this world that we must be tested and proved. The highest duty that dissolves upon youth is their own homes, blessing father and mother, brothers and sisters by affection and true interest. Here they can show self-denial and self-forgetfulness in caring and doing for others. Never will women be degraded by this work. It is the most sacred, elevated office that she can fill. What an influence a sister may have over brothers. If she is right, she may determine the character of her brothers. Her prayers, her gentleness, her affection may do much in a household. These noble qualities can never be communicated to other minds unless they first exist in your own. That contentment of mind, that affection, gentleness, sunniness of temper, which will reach every heart, will reflect upon you what your heart gives forth to others. If Christ does not reign in your heart, there will be discontent and moral deformity. Selfishness will require of others that which we are unwilling to give them. If Christ is not in the heart, the character will be unlovely. It's not the great work and great battles alone which try the soul and demand courage. Everyday life brings its perplexities, trials and discouragements. It's the humble work which frequently draws upon the patience and the fortitude. Self-reliance and resolution will be necessary to meet and conquer all difficulties. Secure the Lord to stand with you in every place, to be your consolation and your comfort. Now this is a very, very pertinent devotion for a woman in the home. Now, please take into account this was written over 100, possibly even 150 years ago. And it is a time when the woman, the wife or the daughter or a woman in the home, would happily fulfill the home duties. This is still very relevant today. And yes, many can call me sexist, whatever you want to call it. I am a strong believer. Not that a woman's place is in the kitchen, but I'm still a strong believer the man goes out and works and the woman looks after the home. Now, it's not to say the woman can't go out and work as well. By all means. So long as the man is... Me personally, if I'm earning enough money that I can keep us and our home, my wife doesn't have to work. And it's her choice. But in agreement, I will go out and I will provide for the home. And the woman will fulfill the duties in the home, keeping it tidy, making sure there's food ready. Now, if the woman wants to work and she wants to go out and work and still do that, that's fine. And I'm not saying that if she goes out to work and I'm not working, that I can't do that. Yes, then the roles will be reversed to a degree. But the man should still be the provider. These days that's harder, I understand that. But it's still a template we should try and keep to. I understand the cost of living and everything is very different these days than it was then. But it's something we can still try and keep to. People call it old-fashioned or traditional. And so what? It still works. It does still work. I like to look at Abraham and Sarah, the way they were, as we read in the Bible. I don't know. What are your thoughts?